Welcome to Burning Bright, a weekly podcast presenting poetry and prose from Passenger. I feel like we've had a recent string of downer episodes. War, environmental disaster, mistreatment of indigenous people. Let's break the pattern. I just read that World Kindness Day, celebrated November 13th, offers an opportunity to highlight good deeds in the community and the common thread of kindness. We'll begin with Elizabeth Kerlikowske's poem from Passenger's 2010 Poetry Contest issue, I Am a Friend to the D right next to Middle C. To curbed leaves waiting for the final pickup, to the yellowed pages of November, friend to houseplants, but a bad friend. The coffee maker and recycling bin are my soulmates, as are the appliances, despite their accusative whiteness, and more softly flannel sheets and handmade quilt. I am a friend to the marble lamp and its shade, decorated with select autumn leaves. See above. I'm cancer's pal, even as I dislike it. I'm the BFF of ceramic sparrows and, reluctantly, my neighbor's ladder, bird baths, bird feeders, and subsequently squirrels. I admire highway speed and washboard roads, connoisseur of cast-iron stove smoke and just-sawn wood. Oh, I'm indiscriminately intimate with any form of wood. I'm chummy with the little lake who washed my hair one summer, and Band-Aids, but not flesh-colored ones, friends with the stuffed pheasants and the fox pelt. I'm a big fan of the polyp on my vocal cord and sexy hoarseness, sidekick of my artificial knee and crony of hollyberries, poison ivy, and sudden inedible toadstools. Pockets are my comrades, even when they catch on doorknobs. I'm tight with Palatino, Garamond, and Prairie Schooner. My fingerprints practice the buddy system, but there's still room for you. I am a friend to the D right next to Middle C. Elizabeth Kerlikowske. D's and middle C's remind me of James K. Zimmerman. After a career as a musician, Jim earned a Ph.D. in clinical psychology. His poem Little Miracles in the Dark is about our need and our hope for hope. There is for each of us, hidden in the burly wings of a weazened oak, or waiting for the next light to turn green, a sniper, ready to take us down with a single shot, our name emblazoned on the shell. For some it is foreshadowed by the howling of a gale-force wind, the screech of brakes slammed so hard they start to smell of burning flesh, or a wolf outside the door, dressed to kill. For others there is nothing but a subtle warming twinge of guilt that crawls up the spine and turns to rolling fire at the base of an aging skull. Or the clock-ticking vigil of a restless summer night, quarrelsome crickets refusing their first coffee break till morning. And so we wait, not wanting to wait, not knowing how to do it anyway, knowing only that the deepest truth lies in the darkest breath of night, too brightly to be decoded with eyes tightly open, hoping for love or faith or simply sleep, a little miracle in the dark to make the sniper hesitate, or even somehow miss the mark. James K. Zimmerman's poem Little Miracles in the Dark. Larnell Custis Butler is an artist and a poet. She used to sit in the park, draw pictures of the people she saw, and then write poems about the people she imagined them to be. We'll end this edition of Burning Bright with Larnell's poem, Amos Witherspoon is the Goodwill Neighborhood Auto Mechanic. Amos Witherspoon is an old man with a generous spirit, living in poverty, with a self-taught trade of fixing broken-down automobiles for people in the neighborhood who cannot afford to pay Amos Witherspoon for his goodwill deeds of fixing their it-won't-work cars. Amos Witherspoon House is what he owns, as well as a box of odds and ends, tools, that he guards with special care to fix the cars that will not run to take his neighbors to the places they need to go. Yet everyone keeps an eye on Amos Witherspoon, because his trade keeps the neighborhood cars running throughout the streets of Baltimore City, Maryland. Amos Witherspoon is always seen with his head and arms bent under the hood of a car, giving a blessing to someone in need. Oh, the delight you can see on Amos Witherspoon's face when the motor purrs after his hard work has been done. At the end of each task, Amos Witherspoon sits down in his favorite yard chair and drinks a bottle of classic Coke. He looks at the answered prayer request, because he has kept a car going another day. Larnell Custis Butler's poem, Amos Witherspoon is the Goodwill Neighborhood Auto Mechanic, from her book of drawings and poems, Improvise in the Amen Corner. To buy Larnell's book, or James K. Zimmerman's book Little Miracles in the Dark, or to subscribe to or learn more about Passenger and its commitment to writers over 50, go to PassegerBooks.com. You can download Burning Bright from Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts, and various other podcast apps. For Kendra, Mary, Christine, Roseanne, and the rest of the Passenger staff, I'm John Shore.